Good morning. Wanted to talk to you today about, like I told you last week, about why I chose the Pando 2.0 by Off-Grid Trailers. First, let me go back a little bit to when I decided that I wanted to do this again on a even greater scale this year, 2023, when I realized that this is what I needed to be doing for a while. I think it happened around at the beginning of the Grand Staircase-Escalante when I first entered Utah. Check out number 35. The video number 35, I think, that's when I just realized, man, this is just a great way of life, and I need to do this a little longer. So that's when I started officially looking for a teardrop that was more versatile and better equipped to provide me with year-round living, 4 seasons. The main criteria was always to be unplugged longer from the grid. I just don't enjoy going into town as much when I'm out there. I get into the zone, and I just don't want to go. Don't want to go into the Walmart or wherever to get food and water, especially water. So the main criteria was to stay out in nature longer, unplugged without worry, namely because of water and storage of food. So let's get into my criteria. I researched for about 3 months and saw a few of the trailers personally, live, in person, and I just kept going back to the Pando. The Pando is made by Off-Grid Trailers. They're out of Canada, in Edmonton, and every time I researched it, it just seemed like a superior rig in terms of its construction. The main thing is that it's made of 100% metal, aluminum. The only part on the entire teardrop that is not aluminum is the frame, which is made out of steel. That was the main criteria that kind of differentiated it from all the other teardrops out there on the market. I don't know of another one that is 100% non-composite and wood, all aluminum and metal. The second criteria was water. Let's go to the kitchen and talk about it. In the kitchen, this is where you access the water. This here is a 14-gallon tank, I believe. And underneath, right here, and underneath the rig, this here is a 19 gallon tank, which takes it up to 33 gallons. Compare that to 8 gallons on the tag, and you can see the you know, the difference. I should be able to stay out in nature at least 2 weeks without worrying about water, and that includes taking showers, and we'll get into that in a minute. The second criteria was storage of food. By the way, the 19 gallon tank is optional. The one underneath comes with standard 14, and 19 is underneath, but that's a no-brainer. Always get the maximum amount of water, guys. It'll always be your limiting factor. Got a Dometic fridge freezer, and this is bigger than the one in the tag. It's about 40% bigger actually, and it also has a place for eggs, which is huge. I love eggs, and that was an issue. When I put an egg carton in the other one, I was basically out of space for like half of the storage. This does come with a second Dometic or a Truma fridge freezer combo. I'll show it to you in a second, which is optional. But here is the little freezer. I'm not really sure how I'm going to use it yet as far as the setup. I'm thinking maybe this one is a combination, and then the other one I may use it as a freezer for meat. So anyway, let's go take a look at the other one. It's up here in the forward right compartment, and all you do basically is just you push this little lever down here. This construction is just phenomenal. I think I can open it. Let's see if I can open it to show you guys. Might be barely. So look at all this space. I mean, that's quite a bit of meat storage, and even vegetables or anything like that. Even leftovers can be frozen. So it's a real plus. This is optional as well. And you know, some of the quality construction is, you know, things like, I mean, just look at this right here. It's such a nice touch and good for off-grid. For, you know, this aluminum bracket right here, you know, 90% of people, you know, manufacturers wouldn't even put a bracket, and or it would be plastic. And if you're a person like me that doesn't want any issues when you're going down 20 miles at least each way of washboard roads to get to remote areas, you don't want it breaking, vibration, you know, vibrating out of place and so on. So this is the forward storage area. We'll get to the other side in a minute, but as you can see, 2 fridges, and it's plenty of storage space for food. One important aspect also, but it really wasn't a huge difference between this and the tag, is I wanted a trailer that if my truck can get there, I want the trailer to be able to get there. And this provides a ton of ground clearance. Take a look. I mean, that is up there. I mean, we're probably looking at close to 2 feet in the front and probably 20 inches in the rear. I'm not going to get too detailed into the systems yet. This is not a review. This is just why I chose the Pando, and there will be an extensive video on the systems and its operation later on. One thing that I was forced to look for was a place to take a shower, a real long hot shower before, and I just couldn't do it in the tag for multiple reasons. One, there was no hot water, although that's not the main reason, because I made do with the storage totes that the water storage totes that I showed you in the in one of the previous videos. Just put it in the sun, pressurize it, and you got yourself a hot shower. It was 5 gallons. Problem is I needed that water for using it in the teardrop, washing dishes, drinking water. One shower and you're out of the tank. So I was taking a shower probably every 7 to 10 days when I was in the tag, unless I went by somewhere like a gas station or something and decided to shower there. But usually when I was out in nature, it was every 7 to 10 days. Anyway, this one, not only does it have a 33-gallon capacity, which allows you to take, showers without worry. I'm still only going to take a shower every 3 to 7 days, but it does have an on-demand propane water heater, so I am able to take a hot shower, which is nice, on those long extended hikes and so on. It's nice to be able to shower, take a real shower. Moreover, I don't have to sit down in nature and be worried that I'm going to upset people when I'm taking a shower and naked. So this has an outdoor shower enclosure right here. It swings out and it forms it has some brackets, some metal brackets on the top, and it just folds out, and you can attach your shower wand to the top and just take a hot shower. So it's nice, especially if you have guests that want privacy while they're showering. Haven't used it, but I'll like I said, it'll be a part of the review when I get around to using it. During the last adventure, I was rarely ever hot, but I was cold. In the desert, especially at the beginning, in January, February, and even March, as I started climbing up into Utah and northern Arizona, I did get cold at night, and all I had was that little heater that you saw that I built, that little 12-volt heater that I plugged into the cigarette lighter. And that took the edge off, but it also drained the batteries like you wouldn't believe, the battery. So this one has an actual Propex heater that is also propane, and it'll take the edge off much quicker, and I don't have to worry about my electrical system draining. So I'm looking forward to that as well, having it turn on in the middle of the night a couple times and take the edge off. That's part of the 4-season capabilities that I was telling you about. The tag, the heater would not work unless you're plugged into shore power, so AC power. And the heater, it does come with a heater, the tag, but not a again, it's only an AC, so you have to have a regular power supply, and that just doesn't work for me. So I needed to change over to propane, and this is it. So it's nice. This compartment right here is huge, with the on-demand hot water heater and the propane heater just makes it for year-round living, if that's your thing. Again, haven't used it, but I certainly will, and I'll let you know how it goes. As I mentioned in the introduction video, there were some pretty major modifications. Ignore this. This is the max coupler. Just have it in there for now. One of the things that I missed in the tag was the ability to have an inverter, which means I get AC power. I can power normal household appliances. Mainly, I'm pretty minimal, but what I needed it for was mainly to charge all my camera gear and batteries, and operate some other things, some basic things, my laptop and so on. And as you know, I was using the Blue Eddy solar generator, but of course that too had to be charged in order for it to work, and it was very heavy. It's gosh, I don't know, it's got to be 50 pounds. Lugging that thing around became quite a chore. Anyway, this has, optional as well, a 2000 watt inverter, and it should easily power my electrical equipment and charge it up anytime I need it. It's got a regular AC plug on the outside, and it also has I also have one inside the cabin as well, for charging things at night, like my cell phone and so on. So again, something that keeps me unplugged for longer. And you know, once again, briefly, remember, I have 600 watts of solar panels up here powering a Battleborn 270 amp hour 12 volt battery, lithium battery, which will also supply power to a 2000 watt inverter. I briefly mentioned the kitchen before, but one of the things that I also missed, and also enables me to stay out in nature longer, is storage. Now I do have the truck, but it's different when you can store food. You don't want to really store food in the truck. You want to store dried goods right here. It also makes it for a very simple takedown and setup, when you can just throw everything right here in the kitchen instead of storing it in totes, putting it in the truck, and so on, and then doing it again on the other side. Take a look at all this space, guys. This one slides in and out. Again, all metal construction. This is a pot sliding drawer. It goes underneath the stove. Again, it's Dometic. Have not used it, not even once. I cannot attest to its operation. But one of the things I do want to highlight is OGT's forward thinking. So these are friction hinges. So, you know, you're not having to, you know, they stay up when you unlock them, and you have to push them down. Again, all aluminum, all metal. Look at that. And these are huge. You can fit a pot in there easily. More storage than probably I'll need, but just the quality here, you know, it speaks for itself. Another thing was, you know, I looked at so many, again, in person, throughout the West, Las Vegas, Portland, and so on. And I just kept coming back to the Pando as far as looks. It's just you know, it's just what I prefer. I love the look, the ruggedness of it. It's a true off-grid trailer. It certainly looks that way. And I know, proof's in the pudding, but we're gonna, you know, I'm telling you why I chose it, which is one of the things, you know, closer to the last thing on the criteria list was looks. And this sure as heck meets that criteria. I just think it's the best looking trailer, teardrop trailer on the market. And I want to conclude with probably the last reason, and which I like, is that when you deal with off-grid trailers, when you have an issue with your Pando, you're dealing directly with the manufacturer. You're not dealing with a dealer or, you know, some third party. You have a question, you give them a call, and they'll answer it readily because they build their own trailers and sell them. So that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to take an opportunity. It's a beautiful day today. It's supposed to go into the mid-50s, and so I wanted to get outside and show you. Someone is ready to go. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? You ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to hit the road? You ready to hit the road? Huh? Are you ready? Yes, you are, aren't you? Yeah, he's ready. And so am I, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and answered some questions. Just we're about 10 days from departure, and the next video will be just packing, and hopefully it won't be like last time. It took me forever to pack, and this should be a lot easier, and I'm taking a lot less stuff, which is also one of the reasons for the Pando. It just requires you to take less stuff, and that's what it's all about. Less. Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll see you next week.